All right. So, in this episode of Addressing Rumors, two things, really, right? There's curiosity about what crazy stuff happens in politics. So, I guess that's the main one with this email. And then two, there's the idea of is your area good or bad? So, I think this might be a good comparison, but take it as you will. So, received an inquiry, an email, and I crossed out the name and stuff here. So because the message is pretty wild, and I have it on a mirror message, but you can still see it there, and I'll read it off. So it's a pretty wild message, right? So it says Dalton Mayor. Obviously that's incorrect, so there's a confusion there. Stealing as fast as possible, lawsuits piling in, FBI getting warmed up, conspirators getting listed. Even the Dalton attorney will be on the hook. Can't sit there with a dumb look on your face. Scam artist. So all untrue. Other than the look is fine to criticize. And so I called this person back. I get stuff like this sometimes, and I always invite them. Like if you have criticisms, we can obviously sit down, do a video chat, right? A debate, conversation over it. Throw it up on YouTube. Let people see it's good to have the political debates, in my view. And so I'd replied to it that I would shoot a video on it, but they were welcome, to attend on that, and called the number, right? They left a number and left a message just saying, hey, this is the message I got. If you have criticisms, we can shoot a video on that. And they had taken someone's identity, right? So it went to the name, and the number didn't correlate because it went to someone else's number in a different state. And so they were decently upset about this because they're having their own issues that were completely unrelated. And so super interesting, right? And so there's a wildness sometimes to those types of messages, that type of thing, and it's just an oddity. Right, so it's a lot of people will put their own names and numbers in their own communication because they don't mind that stuff so much when they do have criticisms. But I also think it's a good comparison, right, to other areas. So if you search Dalton and you just start clicking around the country on some sort of map program, which I have done, there's Dalton all over the place, right? A bunch of different types of Dalton and stuff. So there's Dalton Township here in Michigan. There's a Dalton Township in Indiana. There's a Dalton City, I believe, in Illinois. There's a Dalton City in Illinois. There's a Dalton City in Georgia. I believe there's a Dalton Mountain in Montana. There's like 3 Dalton elementaries in different states out west. A bunch of different stuff. And I've even stopped in Dalton, Georgia before when I took a trip down to Florida, and we had some people inquire here and post in the local Facebook groups and stuff that were actually looking for Dalton, Georgia, but got confused with Dalton, Michigan. And I've had calls for Dalton, Illinois down there, and had to look up their website and refer them to contact the right place. So it's super interesting. So 2 things there, and I'll probably shorten up the title on this video, but basically, like, do you get crazy messages and stuff? Yes, right? That is 100% confirmed for sure. Not so much a rumor. It's not a ton. Most people are making some sort of reasonable inquiry on something they're trying to get done. What's the point of sending a message like that? There really isn't one, and so most people don't do it. And then 2, if you compare us, right, whatever problems you think Dalton has, which there are always problems. Anywhere that there are humans, there are problems. Anywhere that there is life, there are problems, right? Life is this process. And so the process, if there's a difference between what we have and what we want, we consider that a problem. So there's always something there because living organisms are always wanting, right? So you can't do away with problems. You can hopefully choose your set of problems. That would be ideal, and then collect value and meaning from any set of problems that you're confronting, either by creating something new, experiencing something, or the attitude you take to an experience that you can't change. And so if you compare, though, the accusations here, how accurate are they on someone stealing someone's identity? No idea. Where is it actually at? Also no idea. But in comparison, we're doing pretty well, right? So it really does depend on who you compare yourself to. If you compare yourself to someone lower than you, not doing as well, obviously, easy way to feel good. If you want to grow and do better, compare yourself to someone doing better. So super interesting. Figured I would shoot on it if it had been a legitimate thing and someone actually wanted to have a debate, then I would try to figure out what their substance was, like what it actually involved, and then address that a little more. But as it is, it's essentially just a crazy person doing some trolling. And it was like, some people, staff told me I shouldn't feed the trolls, but I know they're already out there, so I don't believe in not feeding them. I don't interact on Facebook very much or things like that in the comment section. Been doing those philosophy debates on message boards online since I was 12, so I understand how those don't normally go well. But I thought it's kind of a good little insight into when people think that crazy things are happening in government. There are some, right? We had a letter recently about their potential danger of people sending stuff in the mail. There's always some of that. The normal human things, they exist throughout all of human history. But it's kind of a funny, interesting little one, and takes away, I think, somewhat from some of the seriousness of other issues that we have always popping up. Anyways, anything else? Thoughts, ideas, comments, concerns, criticisms? Feel free to reach out. Direct line, area code 231-332-6700, or email supervisor@daltontownship.org. Otherwise, this is Jeff Martin, signing off. Until next time.